All right, thanks for that. All right, the Arkansas Department of Transportation using AI-equipped cameras in interstate work zones to detect drivers using their cell phones. Now, this was back in 2023 when it was implemented. They added the phone detection, though, in January.
5 News reporter Claire Everbach is joining us with an update on the camera's impact. Good morning, Claire.
Good morning, Tiffany. Joe, the cameras are currently in 2 work zones in Arkansas, one in Cabot and another here in Fayetteville on I-49 at Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. ARDOT says that work zones remain some of the most dangerous areas on Arkansas roadways. 7 construction workers were killed in Arkansas in 2025. As for enforcement in these work zones, it's all handled by Arkansas Highway Police. Officers monitor violations in real time from computers inside their cruisers. If a driver is speeding or on their phone through the zone, officers will know right away, and they may be pulled over at the end of the work zone and issued either a warning or a ticket. ARDOT says they've written more than 1,000 warnings and hundreds of citations since the beginning of the year. In their Cabot work zone, they've seen an 80% reduction in excessive speeding and started to see a reduction in cell phones.
Now we can only monitor the handheld device usage since January when we started using the cameras. So those numbers are a little bit harder to track, but the speeding has come down significantly in the time since we've used those cameras. And we expect to see similar results with the cell phone cameras as well.
ARDOT says the goal is to keep both construction workers and drivers safe. The agency says speeding and cell phone use are 2 of the main behaviors that are contributing to crashes in work zones. Claire Everbach, 5 News.
All right, thanks for that, Claire. Well, developing out of Poteau this morning, a man is dead after police say his wife killed him. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation say Poteau police were called to a home on South Earl Street Sunday morning for a welfare check. Officers say they found 53-year-old Kirk Plepla dead from a gunshot wound. Investigators say they determined that his wife, 53-year-old Molly, shot and killed him. She was arrested and booked into LaFleur County Jail for first-degree murder. And classes on the U of A Fort Smith campus back in session today.
This after a bomb threat on Friday cleared the campus of students, faculty, and staff. 2 students we talked with say that they aren't overly concerned about going back. They say that they were very impressed with how the university handled a very scary situation.
The administration really did a great job at getting us out very quickly on Friday.
They moved very quickly and they were very responsive and they weren't like panicked or anything.
Still no word yet on where the bomb threat call came from. That is still under investigation.
Well, today, the Democratic Party of Benton County says they plan to nominate a candidate for a special election. This is to fill the rest of the House District 8 term. Former state rep Austin McCollum resigned from the seat earlier this month after his arrest. He is currently facing domestic violence allegations. The Democratic Party's special convention will start at 6:30 at their headquarters in Rogers. Meanwhile, the Benton County Republican Committee has nominated Kara Armis. The winner in the November election would only serve until January, when Brian Armis is set to take over the seat. Today, the city of Centerton will share the final draft of its downtown plan. A public presentation is set for 6 tonight at the city complex. The city leaders say the plan aims to create a new town center south of Centerton Boulevard, improving walkability and gathering spaces. The city is now partnering with the NWA chapter of the Urban Land Institute for this project. Well, dozens of wildfires burning across the Midwest this morning.
In Nevada, a fire that sparked over the weekend has now forced the evacuation of some 90,000 people.
Yeah, Bradley Blackburn is tracking the latest.
There goes.
Fire planes and ground crews are working round the clock near Reno, Nevada, as the fast-growing Hawk Fire threatens residents northwest of the city. Officials believe the fire sparked Saturday is human-caused, but an investigation is ongoing. It's now burned more than 23 square miles and is 0% contained. Already, a neighborhood of homes has been destroyed and multiple people have been reported injured.
So yes, we do know that structures have been lost in this fire, but the conditions aren't such that we can allow the damage assessment teams in there yet. So we're waiting for that to happen so that they can actually give us an accurate number.
Authorities have asked some 90,000 residents to evacuate, and more than 40,000 are in what's called the Go Now zone, where they're facing imminent threat.
Stay informed, watch outside, have your go bag ready with all your medications, valuables that you can put in a bag, and please be ready to go.
Hundreds of people fled to Red Cross shelters. In some cases, residents faced heavy traffic jams and difficulty finding hotels.
Saw the stuff on the news and the alerts, and then I talked to my wife, and I was coming back from Ely today, and she's stuck up there at the house right now.
Across the state line in California, massive tanker planes and helicopters were mobilized to fight the fire. Nevada's governor has declared a state of emergency and called in support from the Nevada National Guard. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Meanwhile, communities in Hawaii are bracing for Tropical Storm Moke. It's made its closest approach to Hawaii on Sunday and is now a tropical depression. The biggest threat is rainfall, hitting the same places that flooded last weekend when Hurricane Lala tore a deadly path through parts of the islands. A flood watch is in effect for the Big Island through this afternoon.